Hi everyone. So as promised, I am doing a video with my husband. So this is my husband Neil.
Hello.
Hello. So me and Neil, we've been married for almost 10 years. So we're in the middle of planning our 10th anniversary celebrations. So you remember how we met? So long ago.
Plenty of fish, I think.
Yeah. So we met online, didn't we? And you love to let people know I left you hanging for 2 weeks.
You did?
I did not leave you hanging for 10 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Where did I
Not,
say 10 weeks?
I don't know.
Yeah. But I did, I messaged you eventually.
You did, yes.
I did. And here we are.
Because if you didn't,
we wouldn't be having this conversation, obviously.
yeah.
So, yeah, we met in what year was it? I was still at university. Like 2013.
Something like that.
And then we got engaged 9 months later.
Yep.
You want to talk about that?
Getting engaged.
Yeah.
Why?
Just a little intro.
I bought a ring. I said, do you want to marry me? You said yes. There we go.
Okay, there we go. And then we got married and here we are.
Yep.
So, obviously, there's more to the last 10 years than just that, though, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, a little backstory to us, I guess, is that we had quite a tricky first year just because of issues with infertility, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Which was really rough. But eventually we got through that and we have our Harrison, who you've seen on our videos. And now we just have a crazy family full of chaos.
Yes, we do.
Mainly me and Harrison causing you chaos.
Why would we have it any other way?
Oh, we just like to see how grey we can make you go.
Very.
Oh, so do you want to introduce yourself a little bit more?
Hi, I'm Neil. I'm the husband. What do you want to know?
Okay, that's fine if that's all you want to. If that's all you want to introduce yourself, you're Neil. You're the husband.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Right. So you agreed to do this video with me, so I can kind of share your viewpoint on how this kind of like having a partner with chronic illness can affect the other partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've always been that kind of couple, haven't we, where we've shared everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. As in like the burden of being married, running a house, being parents.
Yep.
And that's really important, especially when we've got a neurodiverse child as well.
Yeah.
Definitely helps with being able to share that stress, doesn't it? And it's always been that ever since he's been born. Everything was shared, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah. But obviously things have changed a lot since I got ill.
Yeah, they're definitely in the last year.
Yeah. So obviously going from like for myself, going from like a healthy person who was able, it didn't phase me being able to get up, sort housing out, get to work, do like a full-time work. I mean, especially when he was younger and I was like in my more clinical roles. That was obviously quite a strenuous job, and then coming home and then just doing whatever we needed to do throughout the week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then obviously I was always quite physically active in things we did in our spare time or like supporting my mum and dad, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I think it's been quite a gradual process because I think for like definitely the first 6 months when I first started, my health started to change. And like I'd say like the end of 2023 and like the first couple of months of 24, I don't think there was a lot of acceptance in that what was happening. I think for me, I was like, oh yeah, I'll get over it. I'll start feeling better soon. And I don't think I really tried to change much.
Uh, yeah, I want to say it started changing just straight after COVID, weren't it? So it just as coming out of lockdown and COVID. Once you got COVID the first time, I think that had a massive effect.
Yeah, I
And then
got
it
over that
started that,
though.
no, we started to see like bits of bobs where it took you longer to get over a cold or longer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I suppose I didn't really think about that. Kind of glazed over that bit.
yeah,
I think, but the thing is, before everything changed at the end of 23, I was well over that, I'd say, because you think that summer, like how active I was that summer, and then I was still able, I could walk Harrison to school from mum's end.
yeah,
Yeah, so it wasn't really like I got over what COVID did to me then. But then Harrison brought that horrible bug home, and I'm convinced it was COVID, even though it come up negative. I don't know.
yeah.
We're not here to discuss COVID. That was a long time ago and very triggering for some people. But yeah, you're right. It was a gradual
Mm.
decline, shall we say? But like I say, I definitely felt like the first half of the first 12 months after that bug in October 23.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely see in the last year your health declined massively because
yeah,
where you were in the summer, like you say, walking Harrison of what 500, 600 yards down to the school from your mum's house to now barely being you're in a mobility scooter just to walk into school, and
having a
you're in
moment.
walking sticks and everything else now just to get
Yeah,
around the house, which is changed massively. So yeah, a lot's changed in that small amount of time. To say, look, now we're on blue badges, and yeah, it's totally different to how we approach everything.
yeah, because it's
Especially,
even
yeah,
yeah, like things like going out for dinner.
yeah. Does it have disability access? Is it easy accessible? Things like that never really bothered us. We're just like, yeah, okay, we'll go out dinner. We'll go
Yeah,
out for dinner, or we'll go away somewhere. And
yeah,
then, like you say, you look at the places where we used to go, like on holiday in Abu Dhabi and Wales, and you can't do that house anymore because there were so many steps and
and
that hill.
that oh god, that hill would kill me
So
now.
yeah, where we were doing that, and
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to do it now.
no,
So it's changed how everything we look at
it has. Yeah,
everything.
it has, and I think that comes with a lot of guilt on my side because I think it stops that kind of you can't be as spontaneous like oh let's go do this or let's go do that or
No,
you have
everything's
to
more
think
planned.
about it more like say
Yeah,
more planning. You love a bit of planning.
I do. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I do feel a lot of guilt, not just over that, but the pressure that my illness puts on you. It puts a lot of pressure on you, and especially with the way Harrison is with his difficulties. And that's not something I've really gone into detail on the channel, but he does come with his own difficulties that
Yeah, but Harrison's
makes
Harrison.
yeah, I mean
We the last 7 years has been adjusting to Harrison,
yeah,
and it'll be continue to do that because again, you just don't know. You figure one way of how to help Harrison, and then it has changed the dynamic to
yeah,
completely, and then you got to figure out another way. But that is what Harrison is.
yeah. But I think it's from my point of view, like before, I wouldn't have needed your help for school, getting him ready
Mm.
for school, because I could have done that.
Yeah,
And obviously, getting ready for school is a massive battle with Harrison, as we both know. And anyone who has a neurodiverse child will appreciate, without us going into too much detail, what that is. But it is a lot of physical and mental effort with him in the morning, isn't it?
yeah, it
So,
is.
and I can't just simply get him ready for school like I used to. And I think that really bothers me because then obviously it impacts your day before you've even started work.
Mm.
Um, yeah, because, and I think because his needs have changed over time, this part may have already, I might have needed this help anyway, but the fact that I can't be as hands on with him like I used to, and then I need your help for that in the morning. That does make me feel quite guilty, because I never needed that help. And I think a lot of the guilt, I think, is a little bit of self-preservation in like, oh, I never used to need that, but now I do need that help, but now I do.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely something for me to work on, because like we've always said, we share the jobs. And I know we have adapted in ways like how we split the burden and things like that, but it doesn't come without the guilt.
Yeah. No, I get that you probably feel guilty. But it is what it is. You can't help. No one can help getting sick. It's just
Yeah. How would you feel about how things have changed?
Uh, there's a lot. There's a lot to change in a little while, considering where we were to what we are now. We were a couple in our early 40s, and just looking into that next stage of our life, kind of thing. And yet now we've had to slow down the pace. Everything's just changed massively. So yeah, there's a feeling of, you know, I don't know, I can't trying to find the right word. Feeling of
Loss?
no, it's anger. I think around it, because you know it's hard to explain. Is and the selfishness of it. So you get I feel selfish because you know I'm upset at how much changed and how much our lives have changed.
Yeah.
And then you feel selfish because you feel you're being selfish because it's you what's changed and not the situation around us. And at the same time, you've just got to carry on and push on.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, 2 points on that, I guess, is that me being ill doesn't just affect me, does it?
No.
Because we're a unit, you know, it's me, you, and Harrison. It'd be the same if you were ill. It would be not just about you, it'd be how it affects everyone else. Because it's little things like sometimes when Harrison wants to play and it's like towards the end of the day and my energy is gone by that point. So it's little things like that makes you feel that it isn't just about you. And it is hard to remember that sometimes. And I'm sure there have been times where how my illness is affecting me is affecting you and Harrison, and I probably haven't considered that at times. I know there are times where I do consider that. And I don't know, but how you've explained that is like grief, isn't it? It's like the grief.
Yeah, you kind of think that if you're working through something of dealing with loss, I think you go through different stages until you get to that point where you kind of just accept it. And I think we've kind of got to the point now where we've accepted where we're at and just focus on the next bit. I just like you say, you can try to always remain positive and think that you might get better, but at the moment, this is the new. So this is the new us kind of thing. This is it is, and then we just got to learn to deal with it and adapt, and then work through it as best we can.
Yeah, that's what we can do, really, isn't it? Better than having people around us that understand how things are. I think that helps.
Yeah, I think it's hard for people as well. You see some, you know, especially if you think about your friends, your family, and everything. They see what you were before, and they don't see you every week, every day, kind of thing. And the ones you see occasionally, you drop in and then you've gone from Jane who can walk around doing everything and being all right, and then to Jane with a walking stick, gets dizzy, nearly passes out sometimes, needs to places to park a mobility scooter and everything. It's you know you don't really get it because I see it every day in day out kind of thing. Live with it. Then people see it and they go, "Oh Jesus!" and then kind of explain to them is well, yeah, she has got bad in that time.
Or on the flip side, it could be like if they see me on a good day, they might not see what the big deal is. or if they see me sat at home or wherever, sat down, not doing anything on a good day, I'm probably not going to come across as being that different to me, and they'll probably think, what's all the fuss about? But then they're only seeing one little snippet of one little day.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you and the people that we see more regularly will have a bigger picture.
Yeah.
I think that's where it can get tricky.
Yeah, you definitely can. Like I say, it's a lot to adjust to. But then, if you use this blog to vent how you're feeling and get your, well, it's not just information, but use it to try and express how you're feeling at the same time. It's good.
It's good to have an outlet, but it's also, I want to be able to share with people like who might be in similar situations, or approaching these sort of situations, that you're not alone. There's so many people out there, and you don't know what's going on in their lives, so it's nice to know you're not on your own. It feels less lonely. I think that's kind of what I want from it. Let's talk about my flare-ups.
Not your trousers, no.
Some of my trousers.
You flare up. Wasted joke. Okay.
Oh, dad joke.
Right.
I should have been on top of that, because you've been all about the dad jokes this morning. No, not my trousers. I don't own flares. Right, flare ups, as in when I'm worse, when I'm more poorly. Obviously, that puts added pressure on everybody.
Yeah.
But it's the A&E ones I think you probably hate the
worst. They take a long while, don't they? And they never come at a nice normal time. It's always evening.
Or middle of the night.
Yeah. But no, I think what annoys them is that we always get to the same point and we always end up at the same place, and then come back and they're like, oh, you got a chest infection, or you got a viral infection and a chest infection, bacteria infection, and then you're like, right, yeah, but we're back at the same spot again. So we always go round in that circle, but you never get anywhere, kind of thing. So and then you waste your hours at the hospital, and it's not just like 1 or 2 hours. I wouldn't mind like 1 or 2 hours, but you're gone for like 6, 7 hours on a good day. So no, the flare-ups are, but then they are part and parcel of your health condition. So it is what it is. But it's just this understrength NHS, and this is where we're at.
And the thing is, we're kind of at the mercy of waiting lists at the minute.
Yeah.
So until the waiting list moves along, I feel like we're stuck in limbo at the minute. Just limbo with kind of where things go from here. But we do. I think we're pretty adaptive, and I think it's second nature now. Like, something changes, we just change it, adapt it, tweak it, and then carry on.
Yeah, I know. I think that's basically, it's what the house is turning into. Is the house is changing massively, because you look at what's coming in, what we're doing to it, just to make it more easier for you. So
obviously
the new accessories for the bathrooms and the shower, and then we're going to change the settee, and everything, just to bring in that chair for you, which is more safe.
I knew this would happen. You can hear Harrison in the background. So, what's been the hardest thing for you?
Hardest thing for me. Like I say, the job I do is stressful. There is a lot of stress in that, and then dealing with everything here, yourself and Harrison, is very stressful.
Yeah.
And I think it's dealing with that stress is probably been the difficult thing. Finding the right outlet for it is difficult and challenging, because it's quite easy to look at different things to try and relieve stress. A lot of people, it's quite easy. You can understand that some people turn to drink, that some people turn to drugs, and then I went a different way. I went to the doctors and sought some medication just to help, just to get to adapt. Come off of that now since you've, and I've been told off copious amounts of time for doing it, but I felt I didn't need it anymore. I managed to manage the stress, got used to how it is and how much it changed, and then just moved on, carried on from there. But that's been challenging. And then now everything's, and again, it all falls back to how much was we lost in in a small amount of time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because just everything changes now. It's just that it's the physical side of our relationship, as we could say.
Yeah.
Is if I hug you too hard, it'll cause you to get breathless, and that's not because I'm a very good looking bloke.
You do take my breath away.
Yeah. But it is the fact that, you know, if I can do that, we can't. It's hard to now properly kiss because, again, your breath. So it stinks. No, I mean you. I mean it's just it's that sort of the physical side of the relationship as well as the other sides of the relationship. When I say physical, it's not just down to that intimacy side. It's, you know, going for walks and how much it's changed. And
yeah,
because, you know, that mobility scooter does go quite quickly, and it's you're up the road and I'm still trotting along behind you thinking I can't keep up. So it's
I know how I feel when I'm walking.
And then you've got Harrison cheating, and he's hanging on the back of it on his scooter. So, you know, it's that sort of that physical side of, and the physical things we used to do. We used to go and do things on our anniversary kind of thing.
Yeah, we
did. We used to go away for weekends and go and see different things. I managed to drag you down to Wembley once to go and have a look around Wembley Stadium.
You did, yeah.
But we couldn't do that now because of all the steps in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're out, and you're like, wow, okay.
The thing is, I think they're not always out. I think you just have to look at different ways to do it. And it goes back to what we said earlier about checking where has good disability access and things. Because I mean, like a really good example of that, I think, would be like at Christmas when we went out with everyone for Christmas dinner, and it was booked. We hadn't really considered about access and things, had we?
No.
Because it was still like, I guess, when we booked it, maybe I don't think I was as bad. I can't remember now.
No, when we booked it, it was last minute, wasn't it? Kind of thing. It wasn't last minute. It was November, but we still had to fight for bookings and finding somewhere to do it in December. That's the thing. And then the only place what was available was again the venue we picked, and it was what it was.
It's an old building, wasn't it? Was it listed or something?
I think part of it is.
Yeah, so they can't make changes to it. Because I emailed or messaged them on Instagram or something like that, and so there was step access in, and then to where we were sat, and I think there was steps to the toilet.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
And they're not like whole flights of stairs, but when you're feeling quite wobbly, obviously the cocktails probably didn't help that night when you already feel wobbly. But the staff were pretty nice. Like when they messaged me back, and they said obviously they explained why it couldn't be more disabled friendly. However, they did say, you know, staff would be willing to help you up and down the stairs and that kind of thing. So I thought that was quite nice. And like,
wouldn't you find that embarrassing though?
Yeah, I didn't ask them. I'd have rather. I think you helped me at one point, didn't you?
Yeah.
Towards the end of the night.
Because you was drunk.
I was not drunk. I got home in one piece.
On a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Again.
It had Christmas lights on.
Yes.
But then I went somewhere in Milton Keynes with Mum, and they were really accommodating. Made sure, like, where we sat, we had enough room for my scooter and stuff like that. So that was good.
Cool.
But yeah, I would have been mortified if they'd helped me down the stairs, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. Anything else you wanna?
No, I'm good.
No, happy with how we've discussed it all.
Yeah, it's a good chat.
Yeah. Happy to do it again.
I don't know. Do you want me back on?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see what the views are like.
Poor then.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. Do you want to do a fist bump as well?
No, thanks.